Today, I'll be taking a look at Gargoyles, Darkwing Duck number 3 from Dynamite Comics. The plot is by Tad Stones and Greg Weisman, and it's written by Greg Weisman, with the art by Ciro Cangelosi, and the main cover being done by Tad Stones. So far, the Gargoyles Darkwing Duck crossover has been pretty enjoyable, so we pick up where the previous issue left off. The Gargoyles cast and the Darkwing Duck cast have both met up in the warehouse, as Morgana fills everyone in on what's happening. That Morgana used a magic mirror to access the vault of the wizard Gandersnatch, and wants to get her hands on the Quackonomicon. We cut over to Morgana, Goslin, and Eek as we get the full title of the issue as well as also the series. The official Darkwing Duck and Gargoyles Disney Afternoon team-up crossover comic book miniseries event, The Mirror Quacked. Chapter 3, Through a Glass Darkly Stained with Bubblegum. Demona strong-arms Goslin into trying to find the Quackonomicon. And as Goslin picks up and opens a book from the shelf of magic books, one blasts fire in her face, the next one blasts water in her face, then another one shocks her, until finally she ends up picking up the Quackonomicon. And it's here that we get a reference to the original Darkwing Duck cartoon, as the Quackonomicon, which insists that likes to be called Quacky, responds to Goslin about love potions not working. Goslin had attempted to use a love potion from the Quackonomicon in the Darkwing Duck episode, My Valentine Ghoul. And as Demona takes possession of the Quackonomicon from Goslin, the ghost of Gandersnatch appears and threatens to trap them in the vault forever. We then cut back to the rest of the cast as they're still in the warehouse figuring out what they're going to do, when all of a sudden, a thunderquack bursts through the wall and crashes into the ground in front of everyone. And Launchpad McQuack emerges, saying his famous line, "Any crash you can walk away from is a good crash." We then cut back to Demona, Goslin, and Eek, as Demona uses a spell, gets rid of the ghost of Gandersnatch. Demona threatens Goslin, but Goslin refuses to help her find the correct mirror to get out of the mirror dimension. But then Demona realizes that Goslin had marked the correct mirror with gum so that she would know which one to go back to. So Demona leaves Goslin to essentially die and takes the Quackonomicon with her. We cut back to the rest of the cast. Eek and Goslin burst out of the magic mirror and reunite with everyone. So Goslin fills everyone in with what's happened. So now they have a plan, and they decide they're going to break into teams. Darkwing, Goslin, Goliath, and Eek will go to St. Canard. Launchpad, Angela, and Bronx will go to Morgana's lab. Morgana's going to stay in Manhattan and prepare more spells. And Brooklyn, Lexington, Broadway, and Elisa will stay to back up Morgana. And Morgana gives Darkwing a potion for whatever Demona decides to unleash from the Quackonomicon, if they encounter her. So then everyone heads off, as we follow Goliath, Darkwing, and Eek, as they end up jumping through the mirror and confronting Demona, who reads from the Quackonomicon, and a jack-in-the-box crank starts to turn, as the comic ends with the grand reveal of Paddywhack, the fan-favorite Darkwing Duck villain. And now for my thoughts. Overall, I like the comic. The artwork continues to be fantastic with some really cool panel layouts. Everyone looks the way they're supposed to. The characters remain in character for the whole through the whole comic. You get some nice callbacks to the original series, and it's fairly amusing throughout. It is not perfect, however. One of the weaknesses from the previous issues is still carried forward here, as there are too many characters and there's not enough for everyone to do, especially for the Gargoyles cast. Aside from Demona and Goliath and Elisa get heavily backgrounded, it's the stuff with Demona and Goslin, as well as also the ending, that does a lot of the heavy lifting. We're almost at the end of the crossover, and they've spent a lot of page time standing in a warehouse. Though, with that said, this miniseries is still much, much better than Dynamite's first attempt at a Darkwing comic. So we'll see how the final issue in this crossover plays out. All in all, I enjoyed it and I recommend it. Till next time, see ya.